First, let's welcome Wendy Reavis and Rhonda Lewis of Novant Health Brunswick Medical Center. Welcome to the show today, guys.
Thank you.
I guess I shouldn't say guys, that's kind of Southern. Wendy and Rhonda.
Thank you.
How are y'all today?
Doing great.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. So we're here today to talk a little bit. I know you have very busy jobs, so we're here today to talk about resources. And that would be resources to connect patients to places in the community where they can find help and find the resources that they need. So how do you do that with patients at the hospital? I assume it's mostly with patients at the hospital, correct?
It is.
As they're being discharged?
It is. So what we do, we round with the physicians every day.
Okay.
We talk to the patients and find out what their needs are. If they need home health, physical therapy, nursing, if they need rehab, if they need any equipment, if they have financial issues, transportation issues, if they need food. There are lots of food banks in the area. We talk about basically everything that they would need at home once they're discharged.
Okay, well, let's break that down a little bit. I know our viewers out there are going to appreciate this information because I know they know someone who needs help.
Absolutely.
So let's start with the most important one being food.
Right.
So what resources are there available for those who might be in need?
There are lots of food banks in the area.
Okay.
I know Brunswick Family Assistance has a food bank. You can also Google food banks in Brunswick County, and it pulls up a whole list of about 15 different food banks available for people, which is a lot, I think, for this area.
It is a lot for
Yeah,
this area.
it is.
Yeah, I know there's one in Boiling Spring Lakes,
There is.
and
There
that's
is.
a great one. I've seen that one. I've been to it
Yes.
to help,
Absolutely.
and I'm always amazed at what they do provide.
Right.
And there are churches out there too.
Churches do as well.
Oh, yeah, I never thought about that. Churches too. So next, let's talk about like prescriptions and resources for in the community where they might be able to get those prescriptions. How do we find out about those?
Again, there's Brunswick Family Assistance. They provide assistance with that. The hospital, Brunswick Novant Medical Center, also has a prescription program where if you qualify, and we assess that situation, if you qualify, we can assist with some prescriptions as well.
And I believe New Hope Clinic
New Hope
also
Clinic as
has
well.
a prescription program.
That's true.
They sure do.
And with the
whereby-
veterans, I'm sorry, with the veterans, they also have a clinic in Wilmington now.
Right.
That if we, they aren't able to get their medicine on their own until they can get it through the VA, because that takes time to get it
Right,
mailed
it's
through the
mail-order.
VA. They have a clinic that we can either fax the orders up there to them,
Oh.
and they can pick it up, or
What
then we
about
use-
the clinic here in Brunswick? Do they have that same service?
They don't.
Okay.
The pharmacy clinic is only in the Wilmington.
In Wilmington. Okay, that's good to
But
know.
if we don't, they don't have other options, then we can use the voucher program that we have
Exactly.
at Novant Health.
Right.
After that, I guess, I would think the next most needed benefit would be help with housing. Do you find that to be a problem?
There is. We have a lot of people. There's a large homeless community here in Brunswick County. There are lots of homeless coalitions that help. We have several homeless groups that we are able to call, and they do assist with housing, whether it be a voucher for a hotel stay, whether churches. Some of the churches will house people for a few days and assist them in finding somewhere else that they can go, as well as shelters, which are in Wilmington.
What about somebody who just has their means to rent or buy are limited, and so is there a housing authority in Brunswick County that they can?
There's the
Absolutely.
Brunswick Housing Authority, as well as the New Hanover County Housing Authority. There's also a program out there now that is called the Transitions to Community Living, that you have to qualify for it,
Right.
and you can go through DSS, and we can make referrals as well, but they help disabled adults.
Right.
And we're actually seeing homes pop up. There's, what was it,
Yes.
Yaddies in Chaburn,
Oh.
and they have one home that will hold like 20 adults that are
Right.
disabled.
Right.
And then there's they have another one that holds like 10. And one of them's male, one's female.
So, Rhonda, you as a case manager, and Wendy, you as a social worker, would you both interact with the patients as they're being discharged and help with these types of finding these resources?
Absolutely.
We pretty much do the same jobs,
We
except
do.
we can help the doctors with penning the orders and things like
see.
this.
Right.
And, you know, take verbals sometimes. They don't like that, but we can take verbals from the doctors. So the nursing part comes into play.
Right.
And then they like their specialty, the,
We
you know,
do.
areas. You know.
The emergency room, I like,
Yeah.
you know, going down there and assisting with equipment, home health,
Oh,
More
yeah.
the psychosocial.
psychosocial issues, and
But we do
family
that as well.
issues.
Yep.
Is there a centralized place where all these resources are listed with contact information and such? Does that exist in this county?
There is online. I'm trying to remember what you Google. The health department has a little resource packet that they've put together that has a lot of things on it.
Because it's hard to remember all these
It is.
different
That's right.
There's so many
things. There's so
resources.
many. So if there was a centralized,
Yes,
you know,
I would Google the health department resource packet, and it's about a 30-page packet.
wow.
As well as the Wilmington Street Sheet, which is a 2-page packet, which has lots of different resources, from food banks to homeless shelters to psych resources,
Housing.
housing. It has everything on it.
And there's also like the Brunswick community low income affordable housing lists that are out there, and you can Google that and find that online as well. And the surrounding counties have it too.
Well, if we have viewers out there who are looking for some resources and just can't seem to find it, would it be possible for them to reach out to one of you?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
To ask those questions? And how might they do that, Wendy?
They do it all the
Rhonda?
time. They can actually just call the main number at the hospital and then ask for case management.
Ask for case
Ask
management.
for
Right.
case management, and they
Right.
would be transferred to one of us.
One
and we
Case
would-
management in Brunswick County.
Okay.
Because the main number goes to Winston and is
Right.
sent back.
Right.
I see. So
Randy-
just call the main number for Novant Health Brunswick Medical Center and then ask for case management
In Brunswick
County.
Yes.
Exactly.
Great. Well, wonderful information, guys. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
I would love to have you back because this could go on forever,
We
this
could.
conversation. So
Absolutely.
I'd love to have you back.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Thanks.
you.